All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. And this time we are going deep into some listener suggested chills.
That's right. We asked you for your favorite spooky stories, and we got a ton of requests to unpack an episode from the show Chilling Chats.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of them, Chilling Chats is hosted by these two guys, Sujal and Oli, and let me tell you, they are hilarious.
They are really funny, and they get into all things spooky, from listener-submitted ghost stories to true crime and all the creepy stuff in between.
And what's so great about their show is the way they blend the chills with the laughs. I mean, they can tell a terrifying tale, but they still keep it lighthearted.
Totally. And that's actually what we're going to be digging into today, how Chilling Chats uses humor to actually make their scary stories even scarier.
So the episode we're diving into is called The Haunted Hunting Lodge, and it's got all the makings of a classic horror flick, you know?
Oh, yeah. Secluded location, group of friends, strange happenings in the night. It's all there.
Right from the start, Sujal and Oli set the scene like you're walking into a horror movie. You can practically hear the wind whistling through the trees.
And they sprinkle in these little details that just send chills down your spine, like the friends find this old journal, and it mentions hunting horns sounding at midnight.
Ooh, creepy, right. But then they'll follow it up with a joke about the lodge caretaker being a ghost with terrible taste in wallpaper.
Exactly. It's that push and pull that keeps you on the edge of your seat. One minute you're laughing, the next you're looking over your shoulder.
And that's what makes this episode such a great example of their style, because it's not just about the scares, it's about how they use humor to mess with your expectations.
And they are masters of it. You never know when they're going to make you jump or make you laugh.
Okay, so let's get into the story itself, because things get really interesting when the friends in the episode start exploring the hunting lodge.
Oh, this is where the episode takes a turn.
Yeah, it does. So they're poking around this dusty old cabin, and they stumble upon a locked room.
Classic horror movie trope. The locked room,
Ugh.
something bad is in there.
Right, and of course they have to get it open.
They can't just leave it be.
So they finally get the door open, and inside they find...
What's in there? Tell me.
Well, it's not what they were expecting, that's for sure.
Okay, now you got to tell me.
I will, but first let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve deeper into the Haunted Hunting Lodge and how Chilling Chats uses storytelling to keep you hooked. All right, so remember where we left off. They found the locked room in this creepy hunting lodge, and they just had to see what was inside.
So naturally they find the key, and let's be real, we'd all do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. Curiosity gets the best of us, especially in a spooky situation like this. And when they open that door, what they find is, well, it's not exactly a dead body or a torture chamber or anything like that.
What is it then? Some kind of cryptic clue, I bet.
You know, it's a room filled with taxidermied animals, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
They're all posed playing poker around a table.
Okay, wait, now that's just weird. I mean, I knew this episode was going to get strange, but taxidermy poker night? That's a new one.
Right? Like, imagine the conversations happening while they're standing in this room. It's so creepy and hilarious at the same time.
I can just picture them shining their flashlights on these stuffed creatures, trying to figure out if this is a joke or a sign that things are about to take a very dark turn.
Oh, and trust me, things definitely take a turn, because this is when they have their first real encounter with something, let's just say, unexplained.
All right, you're killing me here. What happens?
Okay, so they're exploring the woods surrounding the lodge, right? Because why not split up when you're already in a creepy cabin in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, that's always a brilliant idea in horror movies.
Yeah.
That no one ever.
Exactly. And as one of the friends is walking back towards the lodge, they see a figure standing in the trees.
Okay, now we're talking. This is where it gets really good. What does the figure look like?
Well, they're described as being tall and wearing this old-fashioned hunting outfit, like something out of another century. And they're just standing there completely, still watching the friend.
Chills. Officially have chills right now.
And-
I mean, that image alone is enough to make you jump out of your skin.
I know, right? And the way Sujal and Ali describe it, their voices get all hushed and tense. You can practically feel the fear radiating off of them.
It's like they're right there in the woods with the character experiencing it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes their storytelling so effective. They really know how to draw you into the world they're creating.
Absolutely. And this encounter, it's like a switch flips in the episode. The lighthearted jokes kind of fade away, and the tension just keeps ratcheting up from this point on.
It's like they're signaling to the listener that the game has changed. Things are getting real now.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you wonder, are they going to be okay? Or is this the start of something truly terrifying? And the thing is, after that encounter with the mysterious figure in the woods, things at the hunting lodge just get weirder and weirder.
Oh, I bet they do. Like, what kind of weird are we talking
Well,
about?
imagine like doors slamming shut on their own, strange whispers coming from the walls. And then there are these hunting horns. Remember those hunting horns from the
Oh,
journal?
yeah, right, the ones that were supposed to sound at midnight?
Yeah, well, guess what? They start blaring in the middle of the night, and it's like coming from inside the walls.
No way! Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of detail that would send me running for the hills.
Right. It's terrifying, but the way Sujal and Oli describe it, it's also kind of hilarious. Like you can tell they're imagining themselves in that situation and just cracking up.
Which is exactly what makes their show so good. Because it's scary, but it's also self-aware, you know? Like they're in on the joke even when things are getting creepy.
Absolutely. And that's why, even though this episode has some genuinely spooky moments,
Yeah.
it never feels too heavy or overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because, Sujal and Oli are right there with you, experiencing the chills and the laughs.
They're like the friends you want to have with you on a ghost hunt. They'll freak out right alongside you, but they'll also make you laugh about it afterwards.
Exactly. So as the episode goes on, the friends are basically trapped in this hunting lodge, right? Like they try to leave, but something keeps pulling them back.
Oh no. See, now I'm hooked. I need to know what happened. Do they escape?
Well, they figure out that the only way to break whatever hold this place has on them is to face their fears and confront the entity haunting the lodge.
I bet that's not easy.
Oh, it's definitely not a walk in the park. They try everything they can think of to appease the spirits, but nothing seems to work.
So how do they finally break free? What's the answer?
Okay, so remember how Sujal and Ollie use humor throughout the entire episode to kind of diffuse the tension?
Yeah, they're always cracking jokes, even in the scariest moments.
Well, it turns out that laughter is the key to breaking the curse.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
They laugh their way out of a haunted hunting lodge?
you got it. They basically tell jokes, reminisce about funny memories, and just embrace the absurdity of the whole situation.
I love that. It's like the opposite of what you'd expect in a horror story. Instead of fighting darkness with darkness, they fight it with laughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? It works. Their laughter breaks the curse, frees the trapped spirits, and they're finally able to leave the lodge.
That is brilliant. And it kind of makes you think, maybe laughter really is the best medicine, even for a supernatural haunting.
Right. And I think that's a big part of why people love Chilling Chats so much, because they remind us that even in the face of fear, there's always room for a little bit of humor and a lot of heart.
Totally. It's like a breath of fresh air in a genre that can often take itself a little too seriously.
Absolutely. So there you have it, our deep dive into the Chilling Chats episode, The Haunted Hunting Lodge. We explored spooky cabins, creepy encounters, and the unexpected power of laughter. But most importantly, we saw how Chilling Chats masterfully blends humor and horror to create an experience that's both thrilling and thought-provoking.
And who knows, maybe next time you find yourself facing a spooky situation, you'll remember the power of a good laugh.
That's right. Until next time, happy listening, everyone.